Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What I'm going to be doing today is I want to share with you my September favorites. This is stuff that I've really been loving lately. I haven't been doing favorites videos lately because honestly they weren't being watched, so I quit doing them. But I thought I'd share with you what I loved over the summer and what I'm loving now. So I do hope you enjoy this, and we'll jump on in here and get started because I do have several products that I do want to mention. Actually, right here behind me, this is the thing right here, full of goodies. If y'all can see that, I've got a couple brushes in here that we'll start with those just to get them out of the way here. And then I've got some makeup products, some lip products. I mean, you name it, I got it in here. So the only thing I don't have in here is a hair product, but I do have that in my lap. So, and I have a couple other products in my lap as well. So right here, this container, I do believe I got this from the Dollar Tree, by the way. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like holes that are big enough to like fit a Found BB cream or like a small foundation type thing. You can fit that in these holes. That's about how wide they are. I believe my Maybelline BB cream also fit in here. And then I have a big area here that I can put like my larger items. I can use hair products or whatever in this. Now they're not very deep though, that's the issue. But still, it's a pretty good little thing. Now if you can tell, I do have quite a few to talk about, so we're going to jump on in here and get started. Very first thing, and I do believe I did a tutorial this past month, well, in September, with the BH Cosmetics 26 Shadow Blush Palette. This does not have a mirror to it. It got a bunch of rosy tones to it. It's got some neutrally brown shades, your cranberry shades. Now this is a really pretty palette. I believe I saw something kind of like this on Amazon even. The 26 Shadow thing, and it was only like $8. Not by BH Cosmetics though, but it did have the similar looking 5 blushes, because you got like a almost what I'd call a baby pink blush. Then you got your deeper toned blush, like deeper pink, rosy pink rather. Then you got a mauve-y tone, it looks like. You know, you got all sorts of blushes here, as well as a whole bunch of eyeshadows. Pinks, rose golds, golds, browns, whatnot. So this right here is a beautiful palette. And that has become, you know, a great palette, a go-to palette if I'm wanting something fairly quick, but yet still want to pull in other products like contour, highlight, because that's the only thing this palette is missing is a good contour and highlight shades, unless I wanted to use a blush shade. Then we're going to talk about these brushes real quick. I've used these quite a bit here on the channel. They're the Eco Tools Eyeshadow Duo, I believe is what this is called. I'm not sure. It has 2 brushes, well, 2 individual brushes rather, that have, they're dual-ended. So you get a total of 4 brushes, technically, in this thing. And I believe it's only about $6 for this duo from Walmart. So it's either 5 or 6, something like that. But those are some absolute favorite brushes. I used it in the look today that I have on. I did a live get ready with me over on Facebook group Blind Beauty Support, where you can check this look out right here that I did. And I did use one of the palettes I'm going to mention here, as well as those eyeshadows. The palette I used is the Crown Pro palette. I believe this is called the Fuego collection or whatever. Looks like this here. It has a lot of rose gold and peachy shades to it. Now there is a brown in here and a bronze, but everything else is like rose gold, cranberry, peachy, you know, that type of shades. Real pretty reddish toned palette, really. But you do have your staple cream color, brown, and bronze. So you do have those as well. And this is not a drugstore item typically. And, you know, I got some powder on the back of it. But this here right now, at least last time I looked, it was only $10 on Crown Pro website. I did a video, I don't know, last week or something using this palette. So you can check that out down below. I'll try to link to it if I can remember to. I believe it's called the Fuego palette. And I did link in that video to where this palette is, so if you like rosy tone, berry tones, whatnot, that is a real pretty palette. I believe it's 10 Shadows. Yes, 10 Shadows. I got it from BoxyCharm, I believe is where I got it. So, then another eyeshadow palette that I've been loving lately. Got something on my lip here. Another eyeshadow palette I have been absolutely loving. Now, this is a huge favorite of mine anyway. It is the Coastal Scents Revealed palette. Looks like this right here. Eventually, I want to get the Revealed 2 again, and the Revealed Matte as well. I've never owned the matte one. But this here is a beautiful palette. It's a dupe for the Naked 1 and Naked 2 both, which from what I understand, at least that's what I've heard, but the Naked 1 has already been discontinued, so, you know, this is a $20 palette, but if you catch a sale just right on coastalscents.com, you can get this sometimes for $10 if you catch the sale just right. So, I mean, that's something to keep in mind. And then this here is the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette. Now this actually has quite a few tones that are similar to the Crown Pro palette, and I believe these are like $5. It has 10 shadows. You got a nice, very light, and I do mean very light transition shade. Someone like my skin tone, it really doesn't even end up being a transition shade that much. But you got that. Then I'm going to go from left to right here on the next row. We got a cream shade, then a gold shade. Then below that you have a deeper peach is what I consider it. And then a shimmery deeper peach, coppery shade. Then you got your peach. Then your light burgundy. You got a teal and a dark brown. And then you have a reddish brown at the very bottom. So that's what the Not a Basic Peach palette is. And I do have a giveaway. I believe that's the palette, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the palette, at least, that I'm giving away. Not that exact one, of course, because I use it. But, you know, I do have a giveaway, and I will link to that down below as well for you to check that out. So, and then this here has been a huge favorite of mine, too, lately. I found this at Walmart. I did a haul and mini review type thing recently, and I showed this palette, I do believe. It is the Maybelline Master Camo palette. I got this at Walmart for like $3. They were clearancing it out from my Walmart, because my Walmart is a little neighborhood market, so we don't have that much makeup products. I mean, literally, it's one side of one aisle, and that's it. And that includes your makeup, your tools, your polishes, everything on that one side of one aisle. That's the only makeup that I have access to, unless I order online or go to the beauty outlet, which caters more to African American people than me, because I've gone in there and they don't have hardly anything like foundation wise for my skin tone or light skin tones. So this here is in medium. You get a yellow shade corrector, because the first column is your correctors, then you got your concealers, then you got highlight. You get all three in this palette. You got your yellow tone, peach tone in the first column. Second column is a lighter tone and a medium tone. So the lighter tone I use to brighten up. Third side is like a pinky tone highlight, then a skin tone looking highlight. Now I don't use the highlights, but I do use all four other shades. But this is a great palette. I believe the original price is like $6. It's still not a bad concealer for a natural. If you do want more natural looking concealer that's not going to cake up and everything, and then you would use your finger to apply it. That's what I prefer to do with a palette concealer like that anyway. Then if y'all have been watching my videos or been watching the Get Ready With Me videos in the Blind Beauty Support Facebook group, this here will be no surprise to you. It is the BH Cosmetics Forever Nude Sculpting Glow Palette. And this has 4 different shades as well. You got your yellow tone powder, like a banana shade. If you've been watching YouTube videos, you may hear a banana shade. That's what's in this palette. And I used it under the eyes today after I set it with the Coty Airspun powder. Then you got your pinky toned highlight, which is real pretty highlight as well. You know, and then you got a rosy toned blush, and a warmer toned bronzing shade. It's a matte bronzer though. And then you've got a cool toned contour shade. I tend to contour more with the cool tone, but today I did a mixture of warm and cool, and then really chiseled out the backs of my cheekbones with the cool tone one. But that right there, I mean, that's a great palette. And BH Cosmetics, I believe up until today, over the weekend, had like another 35% off site-wide. They do those quite a bit, bhcosmetics.com. So, you know, I say, hey, if you can get stuff cheap on there, go for it. These, last I looked at one point, were actually sold out. I don't know if they got more in or what, but again, it's called the Forever Nude Sculpting Glow Palette. And this is a light medium that I have. They do have a medium deep if you want something even darker. Then I have the, now this is, I like Essence products in general, but this here has been a go-to primer for me lately. It is the I Love Stage Primer by Essence. It has a real nice doe foot applicator to it, and it's not overly greasy like some of the primers that I've used. Like, I don't feel like I absolutely have to set this. It just gives enough tackiness to cling to eyeshadows if I want it to, but I can set it as well. So, but this right here is a good primer, and it's fairly reasonable. Most Essence Cosmetics products, and you can find them on Ulta.com or in Ulta stores as well, but they are very affordable usually. Eventually I hope to do another order from Ulta and get more Essence Cosmetics. I want to try more Makeup Revolution products as well. But, you know, I go with what I can when I can, putting those palettes in the drawer so that I don't sit here and hold them. I'm going to talk about this real quick and get it out of my lap. It is the Dry Shampoo by... Actually, this here says, compared to Dove Hair Therapy. So it's the dry shampoo from the Dollar Tree. It has a pink lid to it. And then here it says, invigorate and revolumizes oily hair and boosts in minutes. And this is $1, y'all. $1. It actually works. So, if you need a good dry shampoo, even if you have dark hair, like I had black, almost black brown, well it was black brown or brown black, whatever you want to call it, hair before, and I could still use that. It didn't leave much of a white residue, and by the time I brushed it out, it was fine. You know, my hair right now is more natural looking, might even have some red tones to it in some areas, but I am working on actually bleaching my hair. Doing it slowly, y'all. Doing it slowly and deep conditioning in between and all that. I'm using peroxide. If you want to see a video detailing how I'm going to bleach my hair or how I am bleaching my hair, let me know in the comments down below, because I can show you the process or whatever if you want to see that and see what exactly I do, you know, or at least hear me talk more about how I do it. But if y'all have seen my videos before, you know that my hair was like brown black. I mean, as dark can be, and now you can actually see some color, a little bit of red to it, depending on the lighting. But now I've got the Blistex Lip Medics stuff here. Now this is a pretty decent lip balm. It does have a little bit of a tingle to it, but not like overly tingly. But still, it works pretty good as a lip balm for me. And it also does help whenever you have a fever blister, like I do right now. So, I mean, stress, y'all, that's all I can say. Stress leads to fever blisters for me. stress, a lot of different types of foods can lead to them for me as well. Citrusy foods will lead to it. Tomato pasty stuff leads to it. But for me lately, it's been stress. And I do have some good news that is good stress for me that I talked about in that Get Ready With Me video. So if y'all do want to know that, join the Facebook group. But this here is the next product I'm going to talk about is the Wet n Wild H2O Proof Eyeliner. Now this is a great little eyeliner for me. Now I do like a pen too, but the Essence Superfine liner works great. But that right there is the H2O proof. And I mean, this stuff really is H2O proof, y'all. You can take it, like say you've got this on and you go take a quick shower and don't really scrub. Well, even if you do wash your makeup off, but don't really get in there and rub your eyes raw, this stuff will still be on after you get out of the shower. You use a makeup wipe on your face, most likely this will still be on. Now it is like I'm basically explaining, it's heck to get off, but it doesn't run. Even the Essence one is not that hard to get off, the Essence Superfine liner that I've used before. But this here, if you really need something that's cry proof, don't budge, whatever, it's this one right here. And I believe it's like $3, and you can tell it does a pretty decent job. I did a little heart shape on my hand. But it's a fairly small brush. It could be smaller. Like the Superfine liner brush, I like that one even better than this one. But, you know, you go with what you can get. And this one is at my little neighborhood Walmart, so, yeah, I think, well, why not? And then I've got the, now this here I used recently as well in one of my videos, and I also showed it in a haul video. It is the Ulta Beauty, I believe it's called the lip oil. No, pardon me, juice infused lip oil. Let me correct myself there. And has a real nice flat doe foot applicator. I like that flat doe foot because it really slathers it on quick, but whenever it comes to a liquid lipstick, it's not as friendly if you have a flat applicator like that. But this one here is in jojoba and peach. Unfortunately, I don't really have a sense of smell, so I can't tell you. I can smell something to it, but I couldn't tell you for sure whether it's the jojoba, the peach, the combo of the two, what. But it does have a little bit of a fragrance to it, but whenever I put it on my lips, I don't notice a fragrance that much. But this here does really moisturize my lips. Now, I don't use it whenever I have a fever blister like this, but I typically use pot-style products. I'm using my finger to apply them, you know. But it is very moisturizing. It really does help give my lips hydration. I'll put it on before I ever start doing my makeup, or after I've just barely started, and let it soak in, and I'll dab off the excess before I put on like a matte lip or a liquid lip, and it really does help hydrate the lips. So this would even be something great if you like to exfoliate your lips, then put the lip oil on afterwards, because that helps add hydration back into the lips. So that's a great product right there. And then I have the, now this is definitely not Drugstore, y'all, but I still gotta mention it, because it's what I have on right now that I got my glow with. It is the Becca, I believe it's the Shimmering Skin Perfector, I believe is what it's called. It's the little, it's the powder one. Whoop, and it just fell out and broke, y'all. It just broke. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to flip out because I can fix it. But if y'all can see that, that's what happened. Right there. I don't want to dump it out, so I'm not holding it up. But I can easily fix this here because it is so soft with rubbing alcohol. Just take it and press it back down and spritz it with alcohol, or use a little bit of alcohol in the lid and push it back down. That does work, y'all. That does work. I've done that. If you want to see me do a video on that, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm happy to do that. If you want to see me fix my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, that's what it looks like on my finger. But it makes me sad that it broke, though, because, yeah. But this thing, I've had it for a while. I got it from BoxyCharm, Allure, or something like that. But you can tell I got it all over my fingers now. So, but it is a beautiful highlight. I'm working on finding the exact dupe for it. Whenever I blend it out, I mean, it gives that much of a glow. And I do have it, like I said, on my cheekbones, down my nose. I even used it to lighten up the lip color that I have on today. I only have 2 other products here. It was stuck in this thing here. This is the Brow and Liner Cream by e.l.f. Sometimes I'll use this to do my eyebrows, and I didn't use it today. I used the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Brow Cream. But this here does work really well. It's Brow and Liner, I believe, is what this is called. Unfortunately, e.l.f. really does need to start putting the names on their products to where I know what the heck I'm talking about. But it's really a pretty decent product. Stays pretty good on my brows as well. So if you're looking for a brow cream to do, you can pick that one up. Now the Brow Pencil by e.l.f. Love that stuff. And that is very beginner friendly. So if you're brand new to eyeliner, or not eyeliner, brows, pick that one up. It's only $2 anyway. So, I can do a video on how to choose the right brow color. I did a brow basics video where I show how to fill them in. And I've also done one on how to shape them. But if you want me to do one on how to choose the right brow color for you, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd be happy to do that. Then there's only one product left, y'all. This is the Show Off Lip Lacquer by Rimmel. I believe that you can find these still on Amazon. I'm not sure. I couldn't find them on, what was it? Walmart. I couldn't find them, I don't think. I know I couldn't find them on the Rimmel website, but still, it's such a pretty color. It's a meteoric matte. Go ahead and do a quick swatch for y'all of this. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like a real pretty berry looking color. And it's a comfortable matte. This is even more comfortable, or it has this more silky feel than the Wet n Wild liquid catsuits. I mean, let me know if you know if these have been discontinued, because I would love to know, and if you know where you can find these online, because I just haven't really done much looking besides, Walmart and them, but I'm going to be looking for more of these, because this is absolutely wonderful. The Show Off Lip Lacquer by Rimmel. So if you're looking for something that feels good, but yet stays put, this here. Now the one that stays put even better, though, I would have to say, slightly better, like if you're wanting to eat really greasy stuff or do a whole lot of drinking, like, or whatever, then the Wet n Wild liquid catsuits work great. But this right here is the Rimmel Meteoric Matte. And I do believe, y'all, that is all of my September favorites of what I've been loving. Hit that like button if you do want to see more monthly favorites or even weekly favorites or whatever, and and let me know some of your favorites that you have been loving that are affordable, because I am always looking for affordable suggestions, because as I can afford them, or if you want to see me do a review of something or whatever, let me know that in the comments down below as well, because I never know what y'all want to see reviewed. I have done my makeup collection videos where you can check out all the stuff I have right now, and stuff I've decluttered and all that. So I'll try to leave that playlist down below as well. And I do hope you hit that subscribe button to see what goodies I have coming up for this month for Halloween. So thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.